If you've watched my videos or read my books on Bible prophecy, you'll know that I've been saying for many years that reference to a leopard in the Revelation and in the writings of the Hebrew prophet Daniel are problematic at this point in history. There just does not seem to be any country or movement which uses that symbol. I've been saying for years that the leopard appears in the context of the overall prophecies to refer to the rest of the world outside the three superpowers, Russia, China, and the US. The leopard seems to support the bear and the dragon in destroying the eagle and silencing the lion and the rooster on the United Nations Security Council. All of these animals are listed in the prophecies, and all of them are represented by the permanent members of the UN Security Council, except the leopard. This nagging reference to a non-existent leopard has been a weak spot in the whole interpretation. I've just said at numerous times in the past that the leopard could be a symbol that has not yet fully evolved in world affairs. I did, however, note that a leopard is really just a spotted panther, or more accurately, a panther is a black leopard. We have seen a panther used in reference to a movement in America called Black Power, but it did not spread much outside of the US. Besides, not all the countries represented through rotating membership on the Security Council are African or even dark-skinned, so Black Power as such would likely not apply to many of the more than 200 nations of the world. Of course, the spotted leopard is a mixture of dark and light fur. This could become a better symbol for a movement that involves both blacks and whites. The old panther image could morph or be resurrected in a form that is not exclusively black. But that was all conjecture, and that seemed to be pushing the analogy a bit too far, so I decided to just keep quiet and wait. Then George Floyd was murdered. That one heinous act on Memorial Day 2020 turned a relatively local movement into a worldwide demand for change that is identified by the abbreviation BLM. This stands for Black Lives Matter. Like the Black Panther movement, this spontaneous global movement is symbolized by a raised clenched fist. Unlike the Black Panther movement, BLM is being widely supported by whites as well as blacks. We see as many, if not more, white fists being raised as we see black ones. BLM is quickly becoming a major force in world government. It doesn't take much imagination to see this latest development leading to global support for the destruction of America, especially if Donald Trump continues to rant against it. What seems to be coming together at this point in history is twofold. One, a movement that could be symbolized by a spotted panther, and two, a movement that could lead to Russia and China gaining the support they need to overthrow America. With that in mind, it may be worth watching or re-watching what I have previously written and what I have previously said about the animal imagery used both in Daniel and in the Revelation when describing the final world government. I will not go into all of that here. There are links to earlier videos and books in the description of this video on YouTube. But if you are viewing this on another channel, you may need to write to me at the email address that is on screen at the moment, mentioning this video and asking for links to other relevant material. I will be continuing to watch world developments with interest, and I hope that you will too. One thing after another seems to be pointing to fulfillment of much of what we have been expecting for decades. These are serious times. Please stay in touch as we face what may be some of the most important days in the history of the world.